Welcome to MTC Coin Hunting and Varieties. Today we got a shout out to my buddy John. I told him that I would be doing a video today. I have not done a video for a little over a week now, basically because I got a bunch of searched rolls of quarters and didn't really have any discoveries, so I didn't post any. But today I took a few of my few examples of some nice errors that I'm going to show everybody, and I got a roll of nickels, bankroll nickels, and roll of quarters from the gas station. So we'll probably do the roll of quarters and see how much time we got left. We'll start out with something that I like to show my friend John, because he has the AmScope stereo microscope with the I believe 3 megapixel camera on it, and I thought I had a different variety of this, but this is a double die obverse on an Eisenhower 1971. I just wanted to see what this would look like under his microscope compared to my cheap USB. You can see the notching and the W. You can see the slight spread in all the lettering, notching on the R, the S, the U here, but I'm sure it's a lot clearer on his microscope because I'm thinking of buying one. I knew I had at least 2 examples of this. I don't know what I did with the other one because it's a little more clear than this one. But anyways, I thought I'd show you that, and I think I got 2 more here that are normal. You can see there's no notching or much of a spread. You'll see a little machine doubling here, but that's not a double die. There's no, like on a W here, you can see the notching here as opposed to here, and that's a D. Here's another P. As you can see, there's no notching there or spread on the letters as opposed to this. So anyways, that was a nice little find at the bank a couple weeks ago. I got a couple other quarters here. The Salt River Bay. This one has some nice radial flow lines, you can see, going through the center of the coin to here. You'll see that quite a bit on these quarters. Not quite a bit, but here and there. Here's another example. Of that. And here's another one of my favorite coins. I have probably 6 examples of this. This is an almost mid-state. This is Pictured Rocks, America the Beautiful quarter. You can see the spread in God We Trust. Keep your eye out for these. They can bring a few bucks. It's Pictured Rocks, Michigan 2018. And then I have 3 examples of this quarter that is highly I have 2 or 3 of these, at least 3 of these. This is George Rogers Clark, Indiana 2017 quarter. Now they have been arguing on the class 8/9 double die, and I'm talking about this area right here, those 2 little two little notches. They are dead center of the coin. Your ideal spot for the Clash 8/9 single squeeze double die reverse. And here's another example. As you can see, here's one with one. I have a couple more floating around somewhere, but that's another pretty cool coin. And then one of my best varieties is this guy right here, Blue Ridge Parkway, North Carolina, 2015. This is a D Delaware minted quarter, and there's one listing of this on Wexler's double die listings. As you can see right here, these two steps, there is doubling. There's actually what you would think is tripling, but it's not actually tripling. It's actually the variety of the one known variety of the DDR listed on Wexler's, but this actually has machine doubling and a double die, so it's pretty rare. So keep your eyes out for that one. And that's about it. I just figured I'd grab a couple quarters out of my bin. I have quite a big bin. I'm gonna get another webcam so I can have some stuff so I can have another camera showing you what I'm doing. I'm probably going to order that on Amazon today because I put it off too long now. But now that I'm through all my searched rolls of quarters, because I didn't find anything out of 19 rolls, I hit the gas station a couple times a week and they hook me up with a roll of quarters, and they're bankrolled. This one is. So we're going to go through it and see if we can't find anything worth talking about or worth keeping. So let's get to the roll. State Quarter, Virginia. Nothing much going on there. There's an 81D beat up shape. Looking for the Spitting Eagle or any big die cracks on these. 1965, 1 year away from silver. I'll take a look at this whole quarter, and hopefully we'll find the big best of variety double die reverse on this one. It's not a bad strike. It's in decent condition for a 65. But we do not have the BOV, best of variety, which is in this area, doubling on the letters dollar, and in this area here. And then also you want to go ahead and make sure it's not silver, even though I can tell. Do the sound test. Normal, quarter. No, that's the same. So it's not silver. 94, somebody colored it with a marker. Tennessee, State Quarter. Nothing going on there. Check the ear. Always check the ear on the State Quarters for doubling on the bottom of the earlobe. Also check for grease-filled dies on the obverse mainly. The famous Kansas and Godway Rust Quarter. I'm using for an example. Another State Quarter. Here we go. We got a chance for a W. Haven't found a W in quite a while either. The old Alabama. Don't see anything going on. We can flip it and see. No W. Alright. Moving along. Want to find something. Maybe a die chip, anything. Okay, Ozark Riverways. A lot going on in this quarter. I'll take a look around for die chips, whatnot, and then I'll focus on the area right in this seller window. There's doubling in here. It's a couple extra bricks or an extra brick. It looks pretty clean, so nothing there. Here's the Indiana State Quarter. Relatively good condition. Not good enough to keep. There's a 91. Nothing there. Another ATB, looks relatively new. No, it's a 2015. We could find something on this one, I'm hoping. Got some die deterioration on it. You want to look for doubling on the fingers and die chips in this area. And then some up. And there it is. We got something. Found a DDR on the old Saratoga. So that is a keeper. Nice double die reverse. You look in any of these areas for the extra metal, and you can see it right there. That is a good one. So that is a keeper. I'll replace that quarter so I can roll them back up. Alright, so we're on a roll now. We got one good find. And we're looking at the back quarter now. The Corona quarter. And I've never really found anything on the reverse except for a few die chips on the fingernails of the bat. Here's another State quarter. Now this looks like a newer America the Beautiful quarter. Looks pretty clean. And it's 2019. We're looking for doubling on the flagpole area. I don't think there's any listed on Wexler's for this one. I usually look pretty close in the hair for die chips. I have a few examples of that. My daughter named it gum in the hair. Actually, they're quite rare, but I have a few. I'll have to get them out. 1974, in good shape, is worth, wait, not that much. There is some, I believe, a best of variety on the reverse of this quarter. So we'll take a look. Don't see anything in the lettering. And it's pretty beat up anyways. So another Alabama. Looks like we got possible minor die chip here, or some PMD. Could be a W though. Nope. Okay, here's an 82D, which you want to keep all the 82 and 83s. 82D is the least amount of premium. It's $15 in MS65, around that area. The 83P is the one the big one, $50. But there is doubling on this quarter. I believe it's the best of variety, and I'm not seeing anything. Just some PMD and some maybe a little machine doubling. This is a borderline keeper. I like to keep all the 82s and the 83s, unless they're really beat up, because most people say low mintage, but it's not low mintage. It is the fact that that's when the arcades were popular and people were chucking quarters in and dropping quarters on the floor, and they really went through a lot of abuse back then through the video games. So that's the reason that if you find these in good condition, you will get a decent premium on them. Apostle Islands, I don't see much of anything on these, except for I have an extreme die chips on the reverse in this area on the guy in the canoe, and I believe some up in here. And then I always take a look at the this area under here for any kind of class 8/9 single squeeze. I have one that I've kept that it could possibly be one, but I don't think I'm going to send it in for arbitration yet, because there hasn't been any found or listed. Now the Ozark, like I said, a lot going on with this design. Take a look, and then we'll look at the cellar window. My microscope is at its clearest when I hold the quarter down here, and it looks like a pretty clean cellar window. So, beat up Rhode Island. I'll check the ear. Okay, the old Teddy quarter. You're gonna look for doubling on the top of these bushes. It's pretty beat up. I don't see any doubling. There's been no die chips on this. Pretty decent sized die chips on this particular quarter. We'll flip it over and look for a spread on the God We Trust. Nothing there. 1967. Doesn't have any real premium. You'll get a hub doubling on a reverse in this area. Even if it did have it, I wouldn't really keep it unless it's in a little bit better condition. 94. Now here's a good example of some nice die deterioration on the mint mark. And In God We Trust. And the date. Nothing going on the back. Another eagle. Let's start with the reverse on this guy. Not in horrible condition. For an eagle. Hopefully it's in 83D. Nope, 98. So that's typical. Alright, now we get the Lowell quarter. There's some die chips up here. Ghost in the bell tower. Looks like die chips, not PMD. So it's not a... If you have a pretty decent die chip up there, you'll get a few bucks for it, but I don't think that's worth anything. They're too minor. Don't see anything else going on here. Always look for doubling in this area here above her wrist. I guess the slot, whatever you want to call it. That's where you're going to find your class 8/9. Here's a possible minor die chip. Could be a W. Nope, it's not a W. And we don't have a spread. On a God We Trust. Now here's a state D quarter, And I'm hoping every time I see these now, I hope it's the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's not. It's Missouri. I mentioned that Blue Ridge Parkway D double die reverse. That one I might send into arbitration. Even though there's one already discovered, there's not one with machine doubling that's listed with the machine doubling, which I don't even know if they would actually have a new listing for that. They would probably just stick with the original listing. I don't know. It's a good question. All right, we got a couple older Eagles coming up. There's an 84 D. No premium on these guys. You know, 84. Well, 84 is it's 15 bucks for the P and 10 bucks for the D roughly. So they're not bad. 82, 83, 84, even a good 85, 86 is worth a couple bucks. But not like the 82, 83s. They got to be mint state. So 1990, an old but 1990. Even when you get to the 90s, they're still worth a couple bucks in good condition. All right, here's a state D quarter. And the reason I say it's a state D quarter before I really look at it is I can tell by the thickness of the lettering as opposed to the American the Beautiful. I can see it before I even put it under the scope. You see them and right away you notice it after you've looked through so many. Another Missouri D. Now here's this one kind of throws me for a loop. I'm pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure it's an American the Beautiful, but I get fooled by the thickness. It almost could be a 2009 quarter. I believe that's where we're gonna be in that area. I could be wrong, but it's in pretty good shape. We'll see. No, 1999. It is a state quarter, and it is the Delaware Spitting Horse. And I was mentioning to my friend John about the Delaware quarter being a pooping horse, and it's the Spitting Horse. It's the Arizona is the pooping horse. I forget. Silly me. Anyways, this could be a Spitting Horse, and it's in good condition. But first, we're going to take a look at the saddlebag, because you can have a doubling underneath the saddlebag. All right, let's go up and take a look at the spit. No spit. It would be a die crack coming out of the mouth, which I have an example of that goes all the way to the rim. That's what you're going to look for. But pretty decent shape for a 99. Connecticut State quarter. Beat up. You want to look for doubling in this area and in this area. Pretty confusing quarter. It's pretty, but kind of gives you a headache looking at them. All right, another ATB, and looking for the burning building with the die chip here in this area, or anything on the goggles. So don't have anything on that one. 1968. Nothing going on here. All right, we're almost done. 1986 P. Nothing on that guy. 1965. Sure would be nice to find that best of variety on the reverse one of these days. Or silver. And we don't have it. Like I said, it's in this area. You can see it almost with the naked eye. Alright, and then we'll do the Georgia peach. And you're looking for doubling on top of the leaf here. But there is none. So that is the end of the roll. So thank you for watching, and what I'd like to do is see real quick if I don't have an example of the pooping horse for John. If I can find it real quick. Nope, I don't have one right in front of me, unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I did. Yep. Okay, found it. Now it's not Arizona quarter. That's it's Nevada. Getting my dates. It was a long day today. Anyways, here's the example of the pooping horse. There's the horse. There's the poop. Big old diet chip. So there you go. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you can all give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. I think we're up to 0 subscribers now, so we need to work on that a tad. But anyways, once again, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful afternoon. And I'll probably go ahead and clean up the area and maybe do a video of this bankrolled nickel roll here and see if we can't find a buffalo. All right, thanks again.